In December 2024, Marcus Rashford was dropped from Manchester United's squad to face Manchester City. Not injured, not suspended, just left out. His manager said he would rather play a 63-year-old goalkeeping coach. This was a man United paid £325,000 a week. This was the boy who grew up dreaming of that stadium. So how did it come to this? Marcus Rashford didn't just come through Manchester United's academy, he arrived like a storm. February 2016, 18 years old, 2 goals on his Europa League debut. Then, 3 days later, 2 more goals on his Premier League debut against Arsenal. In 1 week, the football world stopped and paid attention. He was raw, he was fearless, he was everything United had been waiting for. And the thing people forget now, Barcelona and PSG came calling almost immediately. He was that good, that early. But Rashford stayed, because United was home. By 2021, Rashford wasn't just a footballer anymore. During the pandemic, he took on the British government, alone, and he won. His campaign forced them to extend free school meals for children across the UK. He was 23 years old. The country gave him an MBE, and on the pitch, he kept delivering. In the 2022 World Cup, he scored 3 goals, including England's 100th ever World Cup goal. Then came the 2022-23 season, 30 goals, his best ever return. Everything pointed to one thing: Marcus Rashford was becoming the player everyone always believed he could be. United rewarded him with a new contract, £325,000 a week, 5 years. It felt like the beginning of something. It was actually the peak. Nobody can point to one moment when it started falling apart. That's what makes it so difficult to watch. In November 2023, he was dropped, not for football reasons, but for hosting a birthday party the night after a loss to Manchester City. Gary Neville said something that cut deep. It's happened twice, and it can sometimes become your personality if you're not careful. Then came January 2024, an FA Cup game against Newport County. Rashford called in sick. United confirmed it had been handled as a disciplinary matter. He had scored just 4 goals in the first half of that season. The questions got louder. Was he disengaged? Was he unhappy? Was he distracted? Or was he simply a player suffocating under the weight of a club that was falling apart around him? Because let's be honest about what Manchester United became in those years. A club in chaos, manager after manager, no identity, no direction. Maybe Rashford was a symptom, not the disease. Or maybe he had the talent to rise above it all and chose not to. By December 2024, new manager Ruben Amorim had seen enough. Rashford was frozen out, over 10 games missed, not even making the squad. 2 days after being left out of the City derby, Rashford told the press he was ready for a new challenge. That's when everyone knew it was over. In February 2025, Rashford left Old Trafford on loan for the first time in his career. Aston Villa, a fresh start. He scored, he assisted, he smiled again. And then, Barcelona. The club that had wanted him since he was 18 finally got their move. He scored in El Clasico, he scored in the Champions League. So here's the question nobody can honestly answer. Was this the story of a man who declined, or the story of a man who was finally set free? Was Rashford the problem at Manchester United, or was Manchester United the problem for Rashford? Maybe the saddest part of this story isn't the decline. Maybe the saddest part is that we'll never know what he could have been if he'd been somewhere he truly belonged.